Rhea, parte. Geology. I graduated Michael the Brave, Mihai Viteazul, one of the best today. In my days, a good one, but less impressive than Mate Physica 3. It doesn't matter. Towards the end, I was doing extraordinarily well. I started the first part of high school with nonchalance, but without any results to show for it, and ended it on a tour de force. I could do mathematics like crazy, and it showed. The exam for geology admission, I came second with the best test in, what was it, algebra and in physics. In geometry I wasn't really so amazing, but the other two were good. In fact, in the first year of geology, it was really good. I even won a prize in a competition of some kind for extracurricular work. It's unimportant. Anticipating at the end of geology, geophysics. Actually, I specialize in geophysics. I just abandoned the area and did no single day of work in the field of geophysics. It seemed regrettable 15 years later or so, when looking around for various former colleagues. They managed to get even $20,000 or so a month. True, those working in remote Bangladesh or whatever. But still, $20,000 a month, even in extreme conditions, sounds a lot. Money don't bring happiness. That's for another note. But as I said, at one point, I kind of wished I did work as a geophysician and get at least $15,000 a month. So, geology, good work in the first year, impressive. So much so that a Jordanian guy, Rauhi, came to me to get some extra hours to teach him in private, some private lessons, because he couldn't cope with the curriculum of the day. And I said, okay. We were actually living not far from each other. It was fun, some Arabic music involved. But all in all, his results were not much improved because I had to teach him like the basics. He couldn't make out A plus B. Multiplied makes whatever. I mean, the simplest algebra was not within his grasp, and I couldn't teach him for lack of method, for lack of pedagogical skill, whatever. But I didn't know how to teach him, as I said, the basics, the algebra of, and also formulas which were like established. I mean, anyway. So when the exam for mathematics was in progress, I did it quickly. There was no problem. And this is the place where I need to say we had a mathematics teacher who was very sick, unfortunately. He was falling asleep during class. He was talking and falling asleep. He was way too fat and tall. Nice guy, but sick, really sick. So during this exam, I finished and passed my paper to this Arabian princeling, and at the end of the time, I had no paper because the guy didn't just copy for himself; he passed it on, and my paper was somewhere in the class. I didn't know where, and it was time to give it in, and I had nothing to give in. So I was very near failing an exam, which was a piece of cake for me, but for which I didn't have anything, any proof, any paper to show. In the end, it came, but it was frustrating. Plus, instead of gratitude, which positive psychology says we shouldn't expect, we should do good without waiting for recognition. Nevertheless, I was expecting some, and I remember, and that's what concludes a relationship which has disappointed me. Being a guide a little later on, working with foreigners who gave me some hard currency, which I tried to pass on to Rauhi so that he would give me some coffee, some cigarettes, probably from a dollar shop. Ordinary people, Romanians, didn't have access to dollar shops, which were the only places where you could find coffee and some things. In the regular shops, you had to, as I mentioned before, queue for anything from bread to butter and everything. And now he not only caused problems, but managed to somehow extract crazy profit, like 200% or so, out of a guy who used to teach him basics and helped him through exams. I hear he's a doctor in geology. After some time, I wonder how that was possible. But anyway, that was it. Okay, Alhamdulillah.